Summer. Hi, Summer. Can you see me?
Hi, yeah, I can see
Can
you.
you see me?
Hi, yeah, I can see you.
Hello. Oh, I bet. Hi, Summer. Oh, okay. I think I can hear the echo on YouTube.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You okay?
Yeah, very, very well. This time 2 weeks ago, we were together, weren't we? In
Yeah,
Birmingham.
yeah. That seems
We
such a long
probably,
time ago now.
I know, I know. I know. So let me just check that everyone can see us on YouTube Live. Um, okay. Can you see us on YouTube? And how do I make sure that if people have questions, they can actually get answered? Hi everyone, I hope you can see us. I hope you can hear us. I can reduce yeah, there you go. So I'm here with Summer. I'm here with Summer and just making sure, okay, she's checking. One of my friends gonna check if she can definitely see us. We want to make sure she can see both of us. Yeah, I think there's a delay between YouTube and okay. How come? What about if and then the video is changing? What about if okay, April's here. April can see us. Okay. Can you see both us and Summer? Can you see both myself and Summer? I hope you can. Right. Okay. So we're gonna get started because we're not gonna take too much of your time because it's a
Yeah.
Friday, Friday evening. So your mom back from holiday now.
Yeah, she is back now.
I bet she's planning the next one already.
Yeah, we go away in a week's time, so yeah.
Oh my God. Did she ever stop? Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna start with you introducing yourself. Spend about 30 seconds, let people know who Summer is.
Okay, so I'm currently, well, I've finished uni now. So I finished uni, I thought to be a teacher, training to be a teacher. Um, and that's mainly what I do at the moment. Also, I work with at Technis teaching, and I do a few clubs outside as well. So
No, don't try and be humble. Tell us all about. By the way, I thought you were going to start with, my name is Summer. Yeah, so she's trying to be very humble about the clubs that she does. Tell us a little bit more about those clubs.
so I run my own guide unit, and I also volunteer at a brownies unit and another guides unit, and then I volunteer at a karate club as well, and then I'm a leader or a coach at a local badminton twirling club and aqua club as well.
Wow, isn't that amazing? And you forgot to mention that you were having to do competitions at national
Yes,
level. Well,
yeah,
tell us about it.
yeah. So as of I could finish competing last year, but I was competing at like national level, um, and I did like a British Open, which is different countries as well. So that was my last competition I did, which was over a year ago now, which
For
seems a
which
long time ago.
game? Which for which game exactly? So people don't
So for
know.
it was so for badminton twirling, which is the sport that I do, which I competed at national level for. So yeah, it was good.
You are a jack of many trades and you wear so many hats and it's just incredible what you do and how do you balance it all?
It can be hard at times to balance it all, but I think because I enjoy everything I do, then doing it um um is easy because I enjoy doing it, and I make sure that I've got enough time to do it all and plan it all. Like especially with running my own guide unit, obviously just like teaching, it's got to be all planned out. So once it's all planned and you're organised,
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So I want to do it, which then makes it easy to
Isn't that amazing?
spend
Do
my
what
time.
you enjoy, and then it's easier on you to plan and
Yeah,
manage, organize it. So,
yeah,
what age
definitely.
group is the guides club that you run?
So guide is 10 to 14. So 10-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Check you out. And is this in Sittingbourne area?
It's on the Isle of Sheppey. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you drive, so you can just
Yeah.
okay. So so I wanted to bring you on here today to shed more light on how you ended up choosing the career that you chose, which we all know is teaching. How did you get to that point? Have you always known that you wanted to be a teacher? What brought that decision about?
So I haven't always known that I wanted to be a teacher. Like some people know from a young age that they want to be a teacher. I didn't. But from a young age, I've always done clubs. And through my teenage years, I was a young leader at Guides. I started doing more coaching with baton twirling. So I've always had that side. And with karate as well, I helped out from a young age at the karate that I do. So I've always been around children and working with children, which I always enjoyed. And then obviously I came to work with Technis when I was at sixth form. And then I also really enjoyed that as well. So I think that really made my decision of that's what I want to do and go into that career of teaching. Because before Technis, it was just clubs and outside, but then obviously doing it as a job and working with children, obviously then it was face to face and with groups. I definitely knew that is what I want to do every day, working with children and helping them. So yeah.
Wow. I've never heard of that before. I mean, I know you've been part of all these clubs and doing all these things, but you actually verbalizing that and saying the initial work you did at Technis were one of the, would you say, strong points in you making the decision that you wanted to go into teaching?
Yeah, definitely.
That's mind-blowing for me because I didn't even know that. So yeah, that's good to know. And so was it by sixth form? Because it was sixth form you started working with us that you now made the decision, like, actually, yeah, I want to go and pursue a teaching degree. Would you say that it was around that
Yeah,
time?
it was sixth form. So I was in year 13 and it was around the October, Christmas time when we were starting to think about what we wanted to do. Because my A levels originally was maths, business and finance. So that was kind of the area I was looking at was business or finance, accounting. But then through my experiences and work, and looking around unis as well, looking around universities, like clarified what I really wanted to do.
But
So yeah.
surely you would have at least thought about maybe what you might want to do, maybe not having clarity yet before year 13. And even with you picking those subjects that you picked at sixth form, surely it must have crossed your mind maybe in year 9, 10, or 11, perhaps what you think you want to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's always been a thought of teaching. Like I said, just because of the clubs I do, but I just did other things just to see what I enjoyed, but then always came back to teaching really and working with children and helping them. Even though I did different A levels, they still helped me going forward. But the teaching side was definitely what I then decided was where I wanted to go with my career. But like you said, from like year 9, 10, that's when I definitely started thinking about it and the idea of teaching was there. And then obviously I got clarity.
So we might have year 9, 10, 11 kids watching this video. Might not be tonight. They might be watching the replay and go, I don't have a clue what I want to do. What sort of advice would you give them?
I think it is always hard, like in year 9 and 10, trying to decide what you want to do. But the way I saw it when I was in year 9 and 10 was I always chose things that I enjoyed doing. So my GCSEs, I chose subjects that I enjoyed because then I knew that you'll work hard in them because you're enjoying them. You won't get bored with them. And I think like with all the other things I do, if you enjoy it, you're going to put the work in and the effort into it. So when it came to GCSEs, A levels, obviously you have that idea, some people have the idea in their head of what they wanted to do. So obviously I had the idea of teaching, so you kind of know what you need, but then it's also the idea of doing things you enjoy, because then that will always then lead you on to a career, even if you're not 100%. Doing the things you enjoy will then could form your career.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So doing the things you enjoy. Parents who are watching, please do ask questions if you have any questions in the comment section. But the thing I've got from that, which really does confirm what what my life has been all about, is doing what you really enjoy. You might not have clarity on how it's going to pan out, but picking the choices, even from year 8, isn't it year 8 they pick their choices? From year 8, you decide, do you want to go down the route of history or geography?
Yeah.
Are you picking what other options are there sometimes when you want to pick?
Sometimes like if you're doing a language or not, or so like my GCSEs was geography, catering and business. So they're completely different, but they were things I enjoyed. So
Yeah,
that's why I did it. So yeah, you have a variety of what I found with GCSEs of subjects that you can do, which is good for when you're younger, that you've got that choice.
absolutely. So every time you are at that point where you get to make choices, be it your year 8 or for some schools year 9, where you choose your options, or when you get to sixth form, focus on picking the subjects that you enjoy, right?
Yeah.
And then hopefully that would lead you into making the decision about what career path you want to take. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Summer. Now, you've been with Technics Academy for since what year?
Since 2019.
2019. So it's coming up to 4 years that you've been with Technics Academy. What would you say has been your biggest highlight? And for those who don't know, Summer's leaving us this July. She's leaving us. She's leaving us. What has been your biggest highlight? What do you think has gone really well for you working in the last 4 years at Technics Academy?
I think one of my highlights is the teaching on the PMP course, because obviously I started off with just helping you with it. And then I did like 1 week where I did the Tuesdays, the extra, and now obviously I teach I was teaching 2 days. So I think that
now the PMP revolves around you. How are we going to survive when you're gone? The PMP. Elisa did a video, and she, at the end of the video, she said, "Thank you so much, Miss Summer. Thank you."
yeah.
If only she knew Miss Summer was going. Yeah. Okay.
So I think that has been one of the highlights, is that obviously progressing through with that. And I think as well, just working with everyone. I think especially with it all going online, that's obviously was new to learn all of that, but that's been brilliant as well, doing it, because obviously you get more access to more students and teachers in that way, and that's brilliant having all them communications. So yeah, definitely.
Amazing. One of the things that I really, really admired about you and your working your work, I don't know how to place it, but you working at Technics Academy is your flexibility, your adaptability, us going from face to face, comfortably teaching those kids, moving around the room with different year groups on the table,
Yeah.
help each child, trying to meet the needs of each child, to tidying up the tables and putting the chairs away, packing away the snacks, getting all the resources into the trolley, putting them into my car, shoving it in, and then all of a sudden, bam, COVID happened.
Yeah.
We're having to move online. We're having to navigate and understand how to use all of these new tools to be able to connect to our children online. And your resilience, your adaptability, and even leading into PMP, organizing presents for the kids, coming up with different ideas on what to send out to them. And it's just simply amazing. And you have been an absolute asset to Technics Academy. I just want to say thank you so much,
you.
Summer. You're just amazing. Like, there's no other Summer. There's only one Summer. But I want to take you back a few years back. I want to take you again. I say this a lot, and in the comment section, Kenneth is saying we love you, Summer, and we will miss you 100%. 100%. I'll be missing Summer, but I want to take you back a few years to when you were in secondary school. I want you to tell, I know I always say my side of the story. I wanted to tell people about roughly about when we met, when our paths crossed, and what the experience was around that time. Just I want to listen to you this time around.
So obviously we met when I was in year 8, and obviously it was with maths. And I have always enjoyed maths, but I think especially from having you as my teacher, the way you just teach it is always engaging and fun, and obviously all the different songs. Like, we always remember it, not just me, that all like my classmates, whenever we used to talk about maths, always remembered songs from your lesson. And that's obviously when our paths first crossed, was obviously when I was in year 8 and in secondary school, and obviously with maths, which is my favourite subject. So I think, and having you as the teacher definitely was another thing that cemented that love for maths, and obviously that going into teaching, seeing how you teach, definitely.
Oh, Summer, that's amazing. But I remember you year 8, 12, 13-year-old, you've always had that leadership skills. You always, I mean, sometimes you pack away the books for me, sometimes you give away resources. And I remember your maths group was a set 2.
Yeah.
Right? But every single term, you guys would get better results than the set 1. It was just amazing. I loved your class, your maths class. And I remember the end of the academic year when you guys would have to move on to year 9 and go to different classes. And I don't know if you remember, but I remember, unless I'm mixing it up for another class, you guys, a lot of the kids in there were crying.
Yeah.
And I was crying with, people were going past and saying, what's going on in that class? Why is everyone crying? I was genuinely crying because your group was one of the best that I've ever thought. You know, you guys was totally amazing. And now fast forwarding to 8 years from then, and now you are literally almost a qualified teacher. You just finished your degree at university. You've been working alongside studying at the same time. You've been running this guides club. You've been doing all these different activities. You've been competing nationally on a sport that you really do enjoy. Yeah. So you're an all-rounder, Summer. You are everything. You are the whole package. You know? I just wanted to let you know you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you've got everything it takes. And the kids you're going to teach, the new school that you're going to go to, they're absolutely lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you.
They are. And I also want to give a bit of credit to your mom, because from a very early age, she put you into all these clubs, all these activities, and look at how all of these things are paving ways for you. You know, you're extremely confident, you're very comfortable in your own self. You know, the way you project yourself, the way I was watching one of your PMP classes and the kid wasn't really listening, and you were like, well, you know, you should do this, you should. I'm like, yes, that's it. You tell her, Summer. It's not because it's hard, it's because she wasn't paying attention. So you are a fantastic role model to all of these children. And I know you will do amazingly well in whatever you put your mind to. And if you ever need a job, you know, you can always circle back and come back to Technics Academy.
Definitely. Thank you.
Go and get your QTS data. Yeah. Go and work a couple of years in teaching. But if you want to come back and do full-time at Technics, we will create that space for you. That's how much I love you. And So thank you, and thank you for coming with us. Thank you for coming out to Birmingham last 2 weeks, picking you up at 3:40 a.m.
Yeah, it was early.
Guys, this is what I call dedication. We had to pick Summer up at 3:40 a.m. so that we can get onto the way, we can get to Birmingham early, we can set up. So, I mean, when I say you're everything, you're the whole package, I'm not just joking. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of everyone at Technics Academy. Thank you for everything that you've done in the last 4 years. We appreciate you. We love you to bits. And
Thank you.
wish you the very, very best for the future.
Oh, thank you. It's been wonderful working with Technics and everyone in it as well. They're all lovely and friendly. It's been brilliant.
And any last words for your students, any advice, any words of wisdom from someone who's conquered it all? Any words of advice?
I think just to always do what you love, because when you do something you love, you will put 100% into it and work hard and just try your best. Some things won't work, some things will. You might not always get the best grades, or things might not work, but always just keep going. Be like resilient, just keep working hard, and you will get to wherever you need to get. Maybe it might not be a straight road to getting where you need to get, but you'll always get there. So yeah.
Amazing advice. Thank you so much, Summer. We're totally proud of your achievements, and thank you so much for just being you. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening. You can put those sunglasses away now, because it's definitely not outside anymore. But it looks fancy, so it's nice. Yeah. But enjoy your evening, and my love to your mum.
Thank you. You too.
All right, you take care, Summer.